Keep it on the level. Keep it on the level. I'm climbing up the.
What's going on, Nasteey Nation? It's Nasteey, and in today's video we're going to be doing another full game commentary with Rakan. However, this time around we're going to be doing it a little bit different. I usually go with kind of a typical rune page, a typical build, typical playstyles for Rakan. But I wanted to change things up today and do things a little bit differently. So, for those guys who are unaware, patch 9.9 we saw a lot of changes coming to Rakan. Just to name a few, his ultimate had a bunch of changes, right? One of them was the speed that you get as a bonus when you activate your ult went from 50% to 100%. His W is faster. You now proc your movement speed from your ult every time you hit a new champion. So there's just a bunch of things going on, but those are kind of some of the main points from it. All that being said, the way I look at Rakan now is you just benefit a lot from movement speed. So my idea is kind of just in this video, in this game, to kind of just utilize the movement speed as much as possible. Another change that I should probably mention is the fact that when you use your ultimate, there's now a 0.5 second delay before you can use your W. So my goal is to utilize all that movement speed in that 0.5 seconds to kind of ramp up to get as much momentum as possible before I go for my engage. Excuse me. So we're going to be going for pretty much all movement speed things today. We got Predator, we got Nimbus Cloak, we got Celerity. We're also going to be going for stuff like Shurela's, help give some movement speed up there as well. Overall, I think this is going to be very interesting. We're going to be testing it. I don't know if this is going to be good or bad yet. Only time will tell. Also, we are up against a interesting bot lane. Alright. Interesting bot lane and an interesting play by the bot lane as well. We're not going to be able to kill this guy, but get him as low as we can. So, Nautilus Talia. Not something I was expecting to lane against. But we made it work so far. Make sure I got the Ignite off before she's able to heal, reduce that healing. Nautilus is a very good level 1 champion, but Talia, when she's not laning her abilities, is not going to be a very good level 1 champion. I think that trade kind of came down to the fact that I was able to use my Ignite for the heal, and also Tristana just has to auto-attack while Talia had to land abilities, and she just couldn't land abilities. So this game, this time around, I don't think we're going to be focusing too heavily on the level 2, because the wave's in a bit of a weird spot. I don't think we're going to have enough room to kind of utilize the level 2. We'll see, though. See if they get too far up. No, they hit level 2 about the same time, and the wave's a little bit closer to the tower than I'd like it to be. I think we're just trying to allow this to push in. So with this kind of Speed Demon build that we're going for with Rakan, I think it's going to be mainly aimed towards the late game. I can't really use Predator until I buy boots. Nimbus Cloak is something that I don't use until I got my ultimate. Shurela's is something I can't use until I get my first item under, or bot rather. So I think this is definitely going to be more of a late game focused build. Just have to see how it goes. This wave is pushing towards us now, which is really good. I would like to let this wave push if Tristana will allow it to. That way, the wave is more on our side of the map. Which means we can now fight them a little bit easier, and if we get ourselves into a little bit of a fight,
I feel like my allies aren't recognizing how amazing my cloak is. I mean, seriously.
I need to jump this guy. Oh, okay, he's going in. I don't know about that. Okay, we do have Talon coming in, so I'm gonna try to bait this out. I don't think I have to use my flash here either. Somebody's gonna chase this down and get the kill. Is it gonna be me or Talon? Probably me, huh? No way. They're actually about to survive. I don't know if I can help this guy much. Oh, I'm out of mana too. Oh, this went really bad really fast. Let's see, my E is up 60 mana. Let me jump. Let me jump! That's tragic. Nautilus got his shield right then and there, and he also had his hook available again. Probably a really bad chase looking back at it. I do survive there, though, if Tristana just lets me jump. Unfortunate, but it's all good. I'm gonna wait these 25 gold just so I can get my boots, because Predator's kind of gonna be the bread and butter of this Speed Demon build that we're going for. I do need to keep in mind, though, it's gonna be a little different when I'm going Predator, because I have to make sure that I'm out of combat first, right? So it's gonna be, I think the strategy that I kind of figured out when I was testing Rakan when this patch originally came out is you kind of want to hang out outside of the enemy's screen, right? So if the enemy's here, you probably want to be over here somewhere. And what you kind of do is you build up all this speed and all this momentum while you're off screen. You kind of allow that 0.5-second delay to go by, and then you jump in and initiate on them. So with Predator, I'm not going to want to be in the middle of the fight and then look to ult, because I won't be able to use Predator, right? You got to be out of combat in order to use that. So the goal is going to be to kind of hang out outside of the enemy's vision, ramp up all this movement speed, and going from there. I'm also going to be maxing W. Maxing Q then E then W used to be the standard. After these changes, though, W is faster. It's just a little bit better now overall. But I think it's actually, I don't think. I know it's the highest win rate now. And I'm happy to see that, because playing Rakan with the QEW max order is kind of boring. You were just a lot more focused on peeling and sustaining, and I didn't enjoy that. I don't think Kali has flash, does she? I don't think it matters, actually. This guy's dead. Okay, this went very poorly, very fast. I don't think we had priority in the mid lane. And Yee's down here as well, and Top's down here. I just think we lacked priority pretty much in every single lane. Even though Aatrox is winning his lane, Fled was able to save TP and kind of get back into the game using that. It's a little unfortunate. I think we'll still be okay in this lane. It was a little overeager of us, me and Tristana, to go in there on Talia, not knowing exactly where everybody was. And lucky for me, they went on Tristana, because I had nothing up. If they went on me, I died there for sure. I think Karthus could potentially come down here. Fortunately, we didn't also get any sums when we went in there. Yeah, unfortunate. I've also, if you haven't noticed, I haven't been roaming all too much this game. I think a main reason for that. Oh, hold on.
Laugh as I throw it away.
I can't get that guy. Give it time. I haven't been roaming that much this game because, as I feel like I've said so many times already, I'm aimed at late game. I'm aimed at getting my ultimate available. I'm aimed at you know, being able to utilize my Predator as fast as possible. And if I stay in lane, I'm going to get levels faster, and thus kind of get to that late game faster. I'm not too worried about roaming. We gotta go on Nautilus here. My knockup kind of got ruined there. He's probably still topside. Fortunately, I can't lend all too much here. Wow. Okay. Bad. So again, I'm not able to lend a lot to team fights like that or little skirmishes like that, just because I'm so aimed towards late game. I need the Shrelas. I need 6 so I can use my ultimate. Predator wasn't available for me there. I can't utilize Nimbus Cloak without my ulti. Right, so I'm just really focused towards the late game here. It should get fun within the next few minutes though. The fact that I'm 0-0-4 and we're pretty much set to lose this lane, in my opinion. That's a pretty good start. We're heading in a good direction. I'm also gonna go Mobies, I believe. So the reason that I'm going Mobies is because, as I mentioned, the goal is to build up movement speed when you're out of combat and when you're off the screen. So even though Mobies is really bad for movement speed during the fight, I'm not worried about my movement speed during the fight. My entire goal here is to get all this momentum, build up this movement speed before I get into the fight, and then just come running in from the side with all this movement speed built up. So it should be fun. I wonder if we can go straight onto these guys.
Time to go to work.
They're gonna back up here. I have Mobies, ulti, flash, W, everything up, Predator up. Is this what it's going to be like the entire game, because if it is, this is going to be a lot of fun. Nice. Okay. See, there really wasn't any counterplay there. I'm actually loving this build already. That was kind of our first test run right there. But as you saw there, with Mobies, with Predator, I didn't even have to flash to get in range there. I just run straight at them. If they don't have flash available, it's a free guaranteed knockup. Also with this build, because I'm investing into the domination tree, I'm also going to be getting some AP from Shreya's. It's going to be doing a decent amount of damage. Of course, Rakan is not an assassin by any means. It's not going to be one-shotting anybody. But I was able to get some decent damage out there. I got one more jump here. Should be okay. I was able to get some decent damage out there before Tristan even entered the fight. So that was fun to see. I have high hopes for this build already. The main thing that I want to try to figure out during this game, though, as I'm standing on the control board, the main thing that I want to figure out is if this is going to be the go-to, like, optimal rune page, or if we are, in fact, going to want, or if we're, in fact, going to want to stick with the typical rune page, which is something like Airy or Guardian, and then you're building Zeke's with Redemption and stuff like that. Just got a recall here. I think he's kind of overstaying. Also, why does Tristana have GA first item? That's strange.
Should I be running? I should.
GA is never really a good item for a first item, and then we're up against a Talia in lane. So you need magic resist more than you need armor? I don't know. It doesn't make a lot of sense to me. Let's see if we can get anything going this fight. Shauna's going in first, okay. Holy, I'm so fast. I don't even know if my flash was necessary there. Did you guys, okay, so that is actually pretty insane. That is going to be the goal, okay, as I've already said so many times. Now, I do think that it's going to take some time to kind of get used to. It's very different from what we've kind of always done as Rakan, which is just be very close to the enemy, or relatively close to the enemy, and then always just have your finger on the trigger and be ready to go in at any second. That's kind of been the approach that we've always had. This time, you got to stay way back. You got to stay way back and build up the movement speed. Oh, let me jump, let me jump! Alright. That is one thing that, no matter what Rakan change that they introduced into the game, the one thing that's never going to change is the fact that your teammates tend to struggle to let you jump to them, which is a little frustrating. This is a bit of a throw. Let's see if we can clean up at all. It's 1 for 2 so far. Interesting flash. 2 for 2 so far.
Humans claim.
So even though that went pretty unfortunately for me, and I ended up dying in the process, not being able to have anybody to jump to, I think we're gonna go 3 for 3 in the long run, so it's not terrible, not too bad. I don't have my flash up, right, so that is going to kind of set me back a little bit. I'm not going to be able to enter these fights quite as easily, but I still have Predator up, I'll still have my ulti, I'll still have my W, still got Nimbus Cloak helping me out, I got Celerity. I'm pretty close to getting Shreya's. That will be really fun to see once I am able to get that. Now, though, maybe I head top. I don't think we could dive Kled. It's too hard of a champion to dive. Luckily, he went after Aatrox there. Kind of went away from the tower. And I was able to just run up and get my W on him. Didn't even use my ulti either. Probably should have used my ulti there because it was a little too close for comfort. But I'm really just focused on getting these big plays where I'm ramping up all this movement speed. That's kind of my main goal right now. So I want to keep up or keep my ultimate up and available as much as possible. All right, let's see. Oh, baby. Enough movement speed to kind of get all the way to Yi, not even have to use my my W to get to him, and then get the movement speed from the Master Yi and use that extra movement speed to get over to Ziggs. This build, I'm not gonna lie, guys. I know I kind of intended on doing this video, this build and everything for fun, but this build feels really good. I'm not gonna lie, guys. the first time I've ever tested it. It's not like I've attempted to record this video multiple times. First time I've ever tested it, and you know, 1-0 is not a great sample pool. But it is doing pretty good so far. Alright. I don't think we necessarily need for me to recall. Actually, there's a fight going on here. You get a few extra gold before I recall, might as well. I do really want to recall though, because this game is kind of turning into a complete stomp, and I would really like the opportunity to get this Shayla's in first. Well, that's good movement speed. I didn't think this far ahead. Spellbinder? Righteous Glory, actually, Righteous Glory makes a lot of sense. Let's do that. Spellbinder's kind of troll. I think this team definitely has a chance to come back. They have decent late game, but we're really far ahead, and we also have a pretty good late game as well. Okay, so my flash is up at 40. I don't have Predator, unfortunately, for this fight. Ooh, okay. This fight is not going the way I wanted it to. But it's still gonna go in our favor, which is nice to see. Alright, unfortunately, that was a situation where the enemy was engaging before we were. So instead of having the opportunity to ramp up all my movement speed and kind of be the one to engage, I was kind of set into like a frantic peeling mode. So I W'd out, tried to get the knockup on Fled as he followed me, used my ulti just to charm some people and then jumped back out. Used my Shayla's just to give everybody some movement speed. So even though that team fight went really well for us, it wasn't quite as exciting as I would have liked it to have been. Luckily, my ulti's back up in 15. Righteous Glory I can buy in 200 gold. I have Predator up, I got Flash up. Let's see if I can maybe just go grab like 200 gold real quick.
It's all right.
Which damage do I have? I don't think my team will mind if I take this camp real quick. Righteous Glory on top of everything that I have right now, I think will be super exciting. Oh, alright. Well, that's unfortunate. So guys, I didn't get to test it out as much as I would have liked to, but just from what I saw here, this build not only is super fun, but it's really, really good. If you just take this new strategy of building up this movement speed when you're off of the screen, and then coming in and just setting up these huge plays before they have any time to react, I think that might be the way to go now. So I don't know. I think this is pretty good. I'm going to have to test it out some more. Feel free to test this build out, these runes out as well, and let me know what you guys think. Anyways, I hope you guys were able to enjoy this, you know, kind of Speed Demon Rakan video. If you were, be sure to leave a like on the video and subscribe to the channel if you have not done so already. That'll do it for me, though. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.
I could do this all day, I could do this all night, all month, all year, for my whole entire life. Who you know got a home, but seen to live on the road, looking like a black gypsy in the curve.